Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have another vehicle in for PPF window tint, and they did not go for ceramic coating this time. So we are going to be having them back for additional PPF work. It's just that they were waiting for a couple of items to add on to the vehicle. So we will be doing a full front PPF using Steck Dyno Shield on this vehicle. And then we went ahead and installed full XPEL XR Prime Plus window tint on this vehicle. Let me go ahead and show you guys, because that's already been done. For this vehicle, we are employing the use of our brand new plotter, guys. This is a GCC RX2 plotter. So this is one of the very few plotters that can actually plot up to a 72-inch roll, which we do use from time to time. We do use 72-inch rolls for Porsche Macans, Toyota Supras, the A90 Supras, and a few other BMWs and some Porsches as well. So I wanted to share that this is how we don't touch a blade on your paint as well as your glass. This is how we make sure that your install is done cleanly and as professional as possible, even though this is a home business. So we wanted to just share that little tidbit of information with you guys. For this vehicle, guys, we went with XPEL XR Prime Plus 70% VLT for the front windshield. You guys can see that it is a nice neutral color. For the side windows, we went with XPEL XR Prime Plus 15% for the front, as well as all across the vehicle. So it actually measures out to about 10% VLT on the rear, which has privacy glass from the factory. For this tint service, we went ahead and charged $1,200, including the windshield, as well as all of the glass all around the vehicle. I actually forgot to mention what type of vehicle this is. You guys know that this is a Mercedes EV. So this is the 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV AMG line. So try to say that 3 times quickly. The vehicle has a ton of pieces for the front bumper, and let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what I mean. You guys can see just from this front bumper how detailed and intricate their pieces are gonna be, but let me go ahead and show you guys and point out. We do have the grille, which is gonna be protected. We have the emblem, which is gonna be protected, as well as the 3 tri-points as well. The headlights will be protected, the front bumper, the lower bumper valance right here will be protected. But if you guys can look at this corner right here, this whole area will be protected along with these tiny little strips. So this pattern covers an insane amount of detail on the front end. So it protects it from rock chips. And as you guys can see on a black vehicle, that's gonna be a huge welcome addition for this owner. For this full front package, guys, normally we would be charging $2,200 for this Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV. However, the market's been really soft. You guys know that, the financial kind of crisis that's going along, the recession that's going along is hurting business. So I went ahead and discount this PPF job. It is $1,900 for this full front. Now, they did not opt to go with the ceramic coating and all these other services that you add on. So even though people are buying $100,000 vehicles like this one, the money is being spent is definitely lower spend than what we're used to. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shot, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and have Sienna run through some of the install on this particular car, because I know you guys have seen us do a lot of Teslas. So it'd be nice to show you guys how to do a Mercedes-Benz, but it's also a black one. So we're gonna have to be really careful about adhesive lines and stretch marks and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do that. And thank you guys again for tuning in. If you guys like what you're seeing, please hit the like or subscribe button. I really appreciate it.
To you I'm anybody.
By the way, guys, don't judge Sienna. She's only biting her scan grip headlamp because the buckle completely broke. So we have one on order. It's coming in from Scan Grip. So just wanted to share that. We're not weird and we don't do this on a daily basis, but yeah, on our last install, it actually broke on us. So just wanted to share that. We have this Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV pretty much all wrapped up. Sienna is taking care of the front frunk. One thing I wanted to share with you guys is I don't think Mercedes was intending for customers to open this vehicle. You guys can search all over YouTube and a lot of the owners are like, how do I open this front hood? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, because if you guys are installers or wrappers, you're gonna wanna wrap the edges obviously on your hood. So we have it popped up and I'm gonna show you just the procedure to open this, just in case you get this vehicle in your shop, guys. Step number one is obviously open the front door. All right, guys, and then once you are inside the vehicle, you will notice a small kick panel section right here. And you guys can see that I already have the flap removed and it's only a small little push pin retainer clip that's holding it. So if you guys actually look really deeply inside, you guys see that little cable? You basically pull on that and that is the frunk release for the front. So that silver cable right there is what's going to open the front. And yeah, there really isn't much information online anywhere. So just wanted to share that with you guys for who are wrapping this vehicle and PPFing this vehicle. All right, guys, so we are moving on to this front grille section. You guys can see that it has the cutout for the Mercedes emblem, and then it has separate PPF pieces for actually the emblem as well as the inside of the emblem as well. So just wanted to share this with you guys. And yeah, this is kind of interesting because Mercedes-Benz doesn't have a self-healing membrane like some of the iXs do and the i7s do from BMW. So just wanted to share that with you guys. That I found that a little interesting. All right, guys, wanted to share the install on this Mercedes-Benz emblem, this outer ring part. It's actually a pretty difficult install. If you guys notice that Sienna is kind of going little by little along the edge, and she's actually kind of stretching this material as she goes along, because otherwise it won't really go fit and form the shape very well. So you're just basically protecting this outer ring. It's really strange because the kit does not have this part protected, the tri-point, as well as the inside. So just wanted to point that out. It's not included in the plotted PPF part. So if you wanted to add that, it's probably an additional service for the customer. So just keep that in mind, guys. You guys can see Sienna is actually taking care of all the edges. She's flushing it out with our tack solution. In our case, we're using completely 100% deionized water, and it helps it really stick very well. For the hood, because this is a black vehicle, we also applied a little bit of spray wax before on the high spots, just to make sure that it's not tacking up too early, it's not pre-tacking and leaving silvering issues. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me go ahead and show you guys which product that we use. All right, guys, nothing more than Turtle Wax Ice spray wax. This I just had laying around. You don't need to use anything fancy. You just need to make sure that, yeah, the product is making the surface slick, and it's not gonna leave behind a crazy residue or anything like that. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys, you guys can see Sienna is working on the back edge of the hood. It's a little difficult on this vehicle because it's so wide. I believe it's about 84 inches wide for this hood. So Sienna was having a little difficulty in terms of reaching for her squeegees and things like that. So yeah, just make sure you guys have adequate step ladders and things like that in place when you are working on a vehicle, especially SUVs. All right, guys, so we won't bore you guys to detail, but I did want to mention one thing. There's a reason why we almost always bulk hoods, because, you know, hoods I've noticed that the patterns that comes out on Core, you end up wasting more time trying to fit the pattern to the hood than rather just cutting it out of a rectangular sheet of PPF. And that's kind of what Sienna feels as well. So you can see that Sienna's tidying up her edges. You don't really have to worry too much about cutting on top of your paint because almost always on hoods, it's an air cut. So it's actually cutting about a slight gap from the edge like this, guys, over here. And you're gonna be leaving that so you could wrap it under, which is actually the best thing because you're gonna get the most amount of protection. So yeah, just wanted to leave that tidbit of information. So we are all wrapped up with this Mercedes-Benz. Sienna's gonna retouch up one of the side mirrors because she just doesn't like the results. So if you wanna put out good work, especially on black vehicles, I highly, highly recommend just go over everything. Make sure that if you were a customer, you'd be satisfied with what you're getting. Now, that leads me on to one little part that I wanted to share with you guys. After a fresh install, you will get some spots, some moisture bubbles like that. At first, right after the install, this is actually overnight, guys, so this is a little less. But right after the install, this thing looks like a leopard. So you just wanna be mindful of that, and it's not the end of the world, and it will cure out just fine. If it has air in it, that's a big problem. But if it has moisture, just let it cure out and don't lift the film because you will be introducing glue lines and lift lines and things like that. So yeah, just leave it alone if it looks like that. All right, so we will be pretty much doing a little bit of touch-ups on the car and then getting this car ready to deliver back to the customer. And then yeah, thank you guys again for tuning into the video. And this was just another vehicle that we protected over here at Wrap Stars.